I'm wondering if President Obama had time last night to watch the Sweet 16 basketball games, the NCAA tourney. His brackets have been blown up here. And I wonder if it's just me. You watching, Brian? Are you watching the NCAA? You did? You watched the games? Has Billy Donovan, he's the coach there? Yeah, Billy Donovan's a coach at I think, yeah. Anyway, who's playing tonight? Oh, the Florida State Seminoles. They're in the tournament? Well, is it just me? Or is anybody else curious if Obama had time to watch Duke lose last night? After all, Obama had Duke going to the Final Four. Obama's brackets have just blown to smithereens. I'd like to know Obama's analysis of the kinetic sports action that's taking place here. He's just so damn good at this. He's so damn good at it. Obama spoke for almost 10 minutes with ESPN on his picks before he went on vacation. But we're not even going to get a 5-minute speech from Obama on why we are sending our finest into harm's way in Libya. We're not going to get that speech. We didn't get a preparation speech. We're not getting an update speech. Think about it. The President of the United States devotes more time to explaining his NCAA basketball brackets to the country than he has explaining his reasons for bombing Libya. It's amazing. What did you say, Snerdley? Did you say something? You did, too. I heard something that you were. Let's go back to Egypt here for just a second. Remember the rioters in the streets? We had an immediate uprising in this country on the conservative intelligentsia side, as well as on the left, that what we were witnessing was a democracy. A democracy uprising. Hallelujah. Hosanna. We had a democracy movement. And then we had this clapper guy, the security guy for Obama, saying, Muslim Brotherhood, actually a bunch of good guys. They don't even know who they are. They're just like a bowling league. No big deal. From the New York Times today, in post-revolutionary Egypt, where hope and confusion collide in the daily struggle to build a new nation, religion has emerged as a powerful political force following an uprising that was based on secular ideals. The Muslim Brotherhood, an Islamist group once banned by Egypt, is at the forefront, transformed into a tacit partner with the military government that many fear will thwart fundamental changes. It's also clear that the young, educated, secular activists who initially propelled the non-ideological revolution are no longer the driving political force, at least not at the moment. The hell you say? All of a sudden now it's not a democracy movement, it is a Muslim Brotherhood takeover. How in the world did this happen? Obama told us that Egypt was how real democracy works. Obama told us that that's exactly what we were watching. This is how democracy works. Folks, everything that you and I, and let's face it, you and I are the smartest people in the room. We knew to be cautious. We knew not to accept the conventional wisdom. We knew that the idea, the prospect of this being a Democrat uprising was tenuous. And look what's happened. The Muslim Brotherhood is in association with the military in Egypt. No, the Google guy's not running everything, nor is Mohammed al-Baradei, who got stoned or egged or whatever happened to him the other day. Exactly what we were told wouldn't happen, what everybody feared would happen, has happened. As the best organized and most extensive opposition movement in Egypt, the Muslim Brotherhood was expected to have an edge in the contest for influence. At what surprises many is its link to a military that vilified it. Surprises who? You know, this is an amazingly typical example of the New York Times at work. The same paper that swore up and down the Muslim Brotherhood, nothing to fear, now gives us the news that the Muslim Brotherhood is the real force in Egypt, that they made a deal with the military early on in the uprising, and as Gomer Pyle used to say, surprise, surprise, they are Islamists. The New York Times says so. Now, we all knew that, but the New York Times now admits it. They are Islamists. Wonder if the Times is hoping for a Pulitzer for their reporting on this. There is evidence the Brotherhood struck some kind of a deal with the military early on, said Elijah Zarwan, senior analyst, International Crisis Group. It makes sense. If you're the military, you want stability. You want people off the street. The Brotherhood is one address where you can go to get 100,000 people off the street. Really? Really? Folks, this is profound. We were lied to. They tried to lie to us. They tried to mislead us. Obama tried to use this uprising as an extension of his re-election campaign. He tried to get out in front of this mob and own the mob. He makes speeches clearly associating this uprising with the demand for change that accompanied his campaign in 2008. The fact that the Muslim Brotherhood is a bunch of Islamists, the fact that the Muslim Brotherhood is now in charge with the military in Egypt, is not news to anybody except the reporters for the New York Times. Listen to this. There's a battle consuming Egypt about the direction of its revolution. The military council that's now running the country is sending contradictory signals. On Wednesday, the council endorsed a plan to outlaw demonstrations and sit-ins. Well, what a democratic uprising this turned out to be. After they pull it off, no more demonstrations, no more sit-ins. Then a few hours later, the public prosecutor announced that the former interior minister and other security officials would be charged in the killings of hundreds during the protests. I'm sorry, folks. I don't see the distinction here. This sounds like your average run-of-the-mill dictatorship to me. I don't see any change. You see any change here, Dawn? Egyptians are searching for signs of clarity, hoping to discern the direction of a state led by a secretive military council brought to power by a revolution based on demands for democracy, rule of law, and an end to corruption. Well, that's what everybody told us was happening. That's what everybody told us was, but it turns out it wasn't. Yeah, nice people were running this. Friends of ours are running it. People we could invest in. We knew it. We knew it. Even people on our side talked about this being a democratic uprising, this democracy. We had to support it. We had to get rid of Mubarak. And now the Muslim Brotherhood, and that's the efforts that they undertook to tell us the Muslim Brotherhood was no big deal. It's just all so predictable. I wanted to send Nick Robertson from CNN back over there, try to find Mustafa and Ahmed. I'm here with Mustafa. Mustafa, what is your message for President Obama? His effort to find you jobs and work. I don't care about Obama. Obama didn't care about us. Okay, well, let's go find Ahmed. Ahmed, what is your message for President Obama? I have wonderful things to say about your prospects for work and employment here in the New Egypt. He didn't do anything for us. He's been all over the board. Well, as you can clearly see, said Nick Robertson, the crowd here is totally supportive of President Obama and their support for his efforts. What a joke. You know, women protesters, we have learned, were tested for virginity. The military was testing female protesters. Yes, I've got it in a stack here, Dawn. How do you think they were testing them for virginity? What is the test, Dawn? You know as well as I do what the test for virginity is. Well, it depends on what the objective is. The test could defeat the purpose test. Well, no, the test would reveal. The test would reveal. What you're saying is the test would reveal and destroy. Right, well, that accomplishes the same thing. Kill two birds with one stone. Point of the matter is that they were doing this. They were testing for virginity among female protesters in Tahrir Square, which was actually a circle. The Egyptian military, after Mubarak rounded up Tahrir Square protesters, tested the women for virginity and took naked pictures of them. This according to Amnesty International. The Google guy is going to be given the JFK Profile in Courage Award from Caroline Kennedy. That's the same award they gave John Murtha. These are sick people. Remember, Obama said this is how democracy works. And that, of course, now puts what's going on in Libya in a little bit different light, does it not? And the news that we have heard that the rebels are being advised and supported by al-Qaeda.